Hi. So I decided to film because there's a lot of stuff happening. I mean, I constantly want to film something in the evening, especially when I am in bed breastfeeding. Um a bunch of ideas come on my mind. Basically, I make a video in my head, but then the next morning comes, the next day I don't have time, or so on. The days were just going one after the other, and I just still didn't get to be more organized about stuff. I am constantly saying, "Oh, I don't get to do anything. I don't have time for anything. I'm not like, no, I'm not getting to do anything." And then in one moment, I said, "Well, I'm going to shift perspective, first of all, because I am doing a great thing. I am um, doing a great thing about creating one human being. I mean, I'm breastfeeding. So it's like every hour or two, it depends. Now he has a cold, so it's every hour, and he even sleeps more often. So I have, but even when he's not, there's a bunch of stuff to do just around that. And then in the free time, I make something to eat, or I just, yeah, don't get to do the other stuff, the and the stuff which I was doing before, like make a video or make some clothes, or my things, read a book, and so on. But I said it's not like, yeah, I don't get to do anything. I am just working on another big project. So um, I have a lot of videos on my mind, but now I wanted to mention. Um, I wanted to comment the actual stuff happening. So by the name of the video, you can see um, the terroristic attack in London. Yeah, just when Brexit happened. Um, in my first videos, I explained how I got to all of this. And I explained that I was interested in conspiracy, what we call conspiracy theory, uh, because I realized that we were told a lie about our war. So I was born there for a reason, to realize that there is a big lie happening, and that made me dig deeper into other truths or lies, we can say. So I shifted more attention on my channel to this other unreal part. I mean the energetic part, because well, yeah, I didn't want to do conspiracy theories. I will repeat, if you haven't seen my first videos, conspiracy, I think maybe it's the longest one, from the little Yugoslav refugee to the universe, where I explain actually how I got into it. So conspiracy theory was a term coined after JFK's assassination, when people started questioning the official narrative. So then they call it a conspiracy theory. So in that way, you just say something is conspiracy theory, and majority of people think of it as something, yeah, not true, not worth of, yeah, he's a conspiracy theorist. So you know what first image you have when somebody says something like that. But there, I got into it, and from the first hand there, during the war, I found out actually that the conspiracy is real. And I was just digging into everything, and even the terrorist attacks. I wasn't checking now if I put it, the videos which I found actually debunking the terrorist attacks, when on TV, mostly American TVs actually, American channels, they found that the people who they used as witnesses in the Paris attack, in the Boston, and so on, were actors. And some of them actually were traced to be on a couple of terroristic attacks. There is this lady which was like on 3 terroristic attacks. She just changes glasses or something, but you can recognize her, and you can see also the tone of the voice and how she talks, that it's always the same person. So why are they using actors as witnesses? Why not real people? Because there, from the 9/11 which happened, the real people were telling another story. The real people heard boom, 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 explosion before each floor fell. They were telling a different story than the one which we were told. So I'm not even interested in digging deeper now into this terroristic attack in London, but oh, come on, to me they became so obvious. A terroristic attack just a day, was it a day or what, after Britain left the European Union. So, and I honestly don't want to enter in it. My point, why am I saying it actually? And even this coronavirus now, what a bunch of crap they're serving us just to spread fear. So coronavirus, like it went from Russia just now, also in the moments when they are blowing tensions about Iran, and Iran's biggest what they say, they're on the same side, like are Russia and China. And not to mention that just recently, so they stated that the United States, because now in China the economy is falling, a lot of companies are closing over there, at least temporarily, the flight companies, and so it affects the economy and it's lifting the American economy. So they are lowering Chinese economy in the moments when they are trying to do something with Iran. Iran? I don't know, Iran. Um, Also, about Iran, there is that was also so expected after Syria, because already after 9/11 there is that American. Now I don't know what's his, what the name is. I will put in the description box names or links to articles or videos where you can see it, where he said that after that they are going to attack 7 countries, and that really happened, one after the other, with Iran as the last one, just after Syria. So all of the events are planned. What is my point now? You could say also, oh my God, it's even worse now when you realize that the conspiracy is real, that they're working against us. That's why on my channel I was actually more focused onto these other things which they don't want us to know. What are they hiding with it? The energetic part of our universe and the energetic part of the creation of our world, of who we actually, the truth of who we actually are. So the physics, the new physics is getting very close to the truth, but even those physicists are actually not so promoted like Nassim Haramein, where it's actually explained. He got into, I have videos about Nassim Haramein as well. This is, if you don't know, just start watching my videos from the beginning. Watch my old videos. Because over there I am explaining all of it about the energies and how the world functions. That this Nassim Haramein realized that from the atoms to the galaxies to the black holes, basically everything behaves as black holes, what we consider a black hole. And it has to do much with, you heard, law of attraction. So we all emit a certain frequency. It's all energy. Einstein said it. He knows it. So watch the old videos which I filmed. But they are trying to spread fear, because with fear we are creating more fearful scenes in our life. Also, when you fear something, when you're in fear, people are in panic, virus, and I don't know. So their attack London, I'm telling you, to go back into European Union, where, well, the idea of the European Union is just to impose the economy again, just from a couple of countries. And yes, I don't know. I am not prepared to talk about what is European Union about, but if you ever heard about the conspiracy theory about European Union, that's the truth. So when we joined, also when Croatia joined, basically the economy just started falling down. So it is. Never mind. I'm not ready to talk about it. I don't have a. I didn't prepare a speech about it. basically, what I wanted to say is don't fear. Get informed more about physics. Get informed a little more about our reality. I talk about it a lot on my channel in the other videos. So I just want to say it's all fake. What does it mean? Fake. I mean, yeah. And now Australian scientists found something, yeah. So now they're gonna impose a vaccine. Basically, also when more and more people are rejecting vaccines, now they're vaccine. So get informed about the reality of our reality. E equals mc square. Everything is energy. What you emit, you attract. The I had a cold recent. Now, just I'm coming out of the cold. A flu. I don't know. My throat was hurting, my sinuses. And basically, if you look at Louise Hay's book, Heal Your Life, at the end of her book, she has all the metaphysical explanations. What does a certain disease mean? It's exactly like that. My throat often hurted when I had angry words stuck here. Ear hurts when you're hearing stuff you don't want to hear. It's also again some anger which is trapped here. If your parents were fighting when you were a kid. Flu, fever, it's also anger. Cold is urinary tract infections are and usually sexual, what you have down there, even if it is a bacteria or something like that, it's connected to the sexual, to your belief about sexuality and so on. So it's all very connected. So I'm just trying to say that these flus, viruses and all is not it's not the only truth, or I don't know. I just want to tell you, don't fear anything. Don't fear anything. Look at my other videos. Also, if you want to include the reincarnation, everything happens for a reason and so on. I don't know. I just don't know how to put everything in this video. Again, all of the things I'm trying to say, but there. Just get informed about it. There, I don't have that many videos. You can start with that. Don't fear, don't be a racist. In Dubrovnik, my colleague guides are telling me that a local would spit on her group. And they even weren't from China. I don't know. There were groups carrying a sign, we're not from China, we're from Taiwan, and stuff like that. So there, how easy it is to turn people against people, what media can do. And the numbers are actually also very ridiculous of the people that were infected by it. I mean, it's nothing. And it's nothing. I mean, basically, it's like a flu. But even the flu, oh, how much they blew it out of proportions. Get a vaccine against flu. Come on. And in general, all of the smallpox, we had it as kids. It was recommended to have smallpox to pass it, so later on for your immune system it was better. So my little baby was ill now. Oh, well, okay, I will have to include more stuff in this video. Well, maybe it's needed because I want to explain you that a lot of stuff is not as we are presented, and what are they presenting and how false many images are. So he got a cold. First it was a runny nose. I said, okay, well, he got it from he got it from me. That's what I wanted to say. But actually, there are other reasons also for it. What happened, what I mentioned just before, the metaphysical reasons. So he got a fever. So fever is body's. He got a fever. So I checked what is the normal temperature. They said up to 38 for babies. It's okay. Between 36 and 38. That's where they function. So later it was also rising, and it was 38.8, something like that, but he was still okay, behaving okay. So my partner says, shall I go buy the syrup? I say, I have other methods of lowering temperature, so I don't intend to give him a syrup. If I see, for now, I leave it, because the temperature, fever, is body's natural response, immune system activation when it's fighting the disease. It's fighting, it's working, it's doing something active. So the body temperature rises, just like when you're running, when your muscles are working. So it's working. And the idea is not to lower the temperature. You leave it do. Of course, if it gets too high, I will lower it. So he buys a syrup, and I said, okay, let's have it just in case. But I had other methods. I was thinking we put the potato slices on the feet. He buys a syrup, and he tells me that the lady in the pharmacy told him, he asked, okay, from which temperature should we give the syrup? She said, oh, as soon as you notice it, you can give it. So, come on. Fever is, he woke up. Fever is, but me, I just want to see if he will cry, or he will talk a little bit. Pause. So I don't know where I stopped. Somewhere about the fever. So I let him, and he was okay. But in the evening, yeah, it was 38.8, and I was thinking, yeah, maybe I should look. So she said, give it as soon as you notice he has fever. So totally not respecting the body. As the fever was getting so there, it was 38.8 in the evening, so I didn't want it to go higher, and I put the slices of potato on it. I know a couple of months ago I was reading on Quora, I think they asked if it is a myth, and they said, yeah, it's debunked. What is debunked? Just try it. So his fever went down. He didn't have it that night. And I said, okay, I'm not happy to lower the fever there if the body is doing what it needs, but there, at least during the night. So the next morning, again, he had a little bit. And then, oh, I don't know how. And then it lowered, so he doesn't have it now anymore. He was sleeping more often, so like every hour he would sleep, and he was sleeping less. And he was also wanted to breastfeed more often, which is normal. He needs more liquids. So that is how the body functions, actually. The body, that's our immune system, that's how it works. Why lower the temperature? I mean, what she said, yeah, give it as soon as you notice it. I mean, that's not the idea. So I so much about it, a little bit about everything. And I said also I want to make that video about the delivery, which is also again totally not respecting the human body, the natural, how the body was designed actually. So there. Bye, see you. Django, say bye.